Welcome to the DJ Insider Podcast, sponsored by Amplified Events.
It's the only podcast where we break down insider information from our weddings, experience, and advice from over 15 years in the wedding industry.
We're your hosts. I'm Mike Kane, owner of Amplified Events.
And I'm Joe Obamani, the general manager of Amplified Events.
Let's get into it. Hey. So we're back.
We're back. Welcome.
Yes. We just came off a couple events and gigs we had. Tell me about your last gig.
Yeah, it was our first decently busy weekend. I mean, we had 4 things out. So that was cool. I had a wedding. I was at the Walden. It was a 9.5. I'm only giving it a 9.5 and not a 10 because it was a full dance floor all night. It was a rager. It was great, but you could feel the energy pick up the last hour. Sure, it may have been full the whole time. They were out there, but they were really into it that last hour. And it was so much. And I wish that would have picked up a little sooner. That's why I'm not giving it a 10. But it was just such an amazing party, amazing couple, just great staff over there. It's always great working with them.
Never had a bad wedding.
Seriously, I've never had a bad wedding there. I always try and tell my couples that too. It's they got you taken care of. We got you taken care of on the music. They definitely got you taken care of on everything else. Yeah. Just a great party. And Cole, my assistant, was fantastic. He is doing this thing where he's going around taking pictures, some late night photos, just getting some late night shots that the photographer's gone. Just some other stuff that we can use for our content and some nice late night shots. And they turned out beautiful. It started to snow mid dance floor. Cole pulled them outside, took some pictures, and they are mesmerizing. I'm going to post one later this week. But it was just, everybody was there to party, have a good time, no issues.
Nice.
I hadn't mixed, but I hadn't done a wedding in probably 2 months. I mean, since December. So the first 4 or 5 mixes of the night, I was like, why can't I do what's in my head?
Getting the dust off,
literally getting the dust off. And I was like, that mix sucked. I remember turning to Cole. I was like, that was the grossest thing I've ever heard. Ew. But figured it out. Got over it pretty quick.
Learn how to ride your bike again.
Yeah, just got back on the bike, took off the wheels, training wheels. It was fun. How was yours? What was your event?
So we just did a gala. It was great. 10 of 10, rager. A lot of the crowd was that 35 to 45 range. So I knew what they wanted. Yeah. We did some older stuff too early on, but only 3 or 4 of those. And it was just basically
too dancey. You thought they were ready to party early, or what were you thinking?
We did some oldies early on, just a couple slow songs and some of that ABBA, Staying Alive, and then the floor there was a couple people, but the floor wasn't ripping. Then I literally just transitioned to recession era pop and today's stuff. Yeah. Basically
they wanted Britney.
Yeah, 2008 to 2016. Yeah, we were just ripping those kind of tracks. Kesha. Yeah.
Fun.
It was 10 of 10. Played some Bad Bunny, hit some requests. It was fun. It was a good gig. I would 10 of 10 do it again. The planner that hired us, she came out and said hi, and it was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and then we had 2 other gigs that went really well. Dave did something at the country club, a little sweetheart dance. And then Micah did private party that went really well at Culinary Misfits. They even added an additional hour the night of. So it was pretty raging.
Good weekend.
Yeah.
What do we have this weekend? I think we have a tasting.
So they have the big
show.
Yeah, they have the bridal show at the Revenue. That should be huge. Should be really fun at that new venue, the bank up in Hammond.
Sorry.
The Reserve? Yeah, Reserve. Yeah. Not Reservoir, the Reserve.
It's a good name for a venue, though.
It is. It is. Both of them. One that holds water, the other one that holds money, reserves money. Yeah. No, the Reserve is it's a bank. It converted into this beautiful, wedding space. So they're having a bridal show there to kind of showcase the new venue.
It gives Harry Potter banquet hall.
It does.
Or Gringotts. The bank,
yes.
It gives Gringotts.
It's a Gringotts hall vibe, yeah. Just huge,
huge,
40-foot,
ceilings,
60-foot ceilings.
Molding that they imported. They were telling me last time I was there, they imported all this stuff years ago. It's all the original stuff that was in the bank, but it was in the 50s or 60s. They got all this molding and woodwork and all this stuff actually sent in. There's some history there.
It looks amazing. They've done a great job with it. Put a lot of work into it, and now it's we're trying to rip some events there. So I think it's going to be great at night, and I got a little private party that had booked me back in 2021. I did a surprise birthday for this woman. And so now there's another party we're doing. It's another surprise. She likes her surprises.
She likes her surprise party.
So we're doing that on Saturday. Short little 4-hour set. And then on Sunday, we're at Barrel House they're having a kind of an open house tasting. So that should be absolutely fun too. We did that last year with catering company. So
yeah,
should be good. Yeah, I don't know. We talk a lot about the actual events on the podcast, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about the behind the scenes of like running the company, sales, that sort of thing.
Definitely.
You're usually the first point of contact. Either people are calling you, texting you, emailing you, just to put you on the spot. You know, because people come to us with like, they have big ideas, like crazy ideas, or like not even crazy, but just like, this is my vision. This is the thing I want. I saw this on Pinterest, you know, or like they sent me like a TikTok video.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything, like a wild thing a couple has brought you that made you think, how on earth are we going to pull this off? Anything like that has happened?
I don't really think so, unless it's just like location based. It's like, how are we going to pull this off? It's like you need us in so many spots, or it's like our main setup's here, but you want intros and dinner on another speaker in another spot. And it's like, that's not how we traditionally do our main stuff. And it's like, we can do all that, but logistically figuring out sometimes how we're going to make their vision happen. I mean, that's sometimes a little bit more difficult.
Sure.
Or how we're going to get into the second floor back room of Culinary Misfits. Yeah. Or, I mean, like there's some logistical stuff like that is just like, okay, how are we going to make this happen? But when it comes to vision, I do try to be very clear. Like, and I can kind of get a sense that early on, if they're looking for cold sparks and a fog cannon, and maybe we're not your guys, right? I mean, maybe we can sell you on this party that we throw, because we do throw a great party. It's just maybe different from what they were envisioning, or maybe they want more of a club setting, or maybe they don't. So I think it's really understanding that early on is what they're looking for, and is that already something we provide? If so, then the logistical stuff can all be figured out.
Sure.
Like that can all be the more painful stuff, but all that can definitely be figured out. I like to take on new venues. If they're telling me it's at this venue, I've never been there, it's a new place, they've got these 3, 4, 5 different spots, I'm like, okay, it's exciting. I don't get to do new venues all the time. We do the same ones all the time. So really just meeting the couple where they are, and just kind of going from there, getting a feel for, do we do the service they want? And being honest, no, we don't. Why would I lie to them and tell them we do something that we can't do, or any of our DJs can do?
Yeah. They may come up with the expectation, but we do this for a living, and we are regularly trying to manage that expectation. Not in a way that we're trying to, like, you know, pour out their poo-poo on their parade, or, you know.
No, but give them the best way that we've seen this happen, or I've done this before. This is how we've seen it go wrong. This is how we've seen it go right. Let's do what you want, but this is just what I've seen. Or I haven't seen that. Let's try it.
Yeah.
I've never done that. Let's do it. I don't, whatever.
And some of that too, I've seen that, and I've learned that, like, it's not even what you're saying is wild. It's like, let me explain to you what I've seen in the past and what I'm worried might happen. And if you're not worried about that and you don't care if that happens, then we got you.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about on the last pod, we had talked about like doing the father-daughter dance and doing those mashups, and we had that DJ who commented on the thing, which, thank you for your comment.
Yeah.
He's like, I was a theater major, my daughter's a big dancer, we had our choreographer, and we kept it tight. Like, people loved it. Which I was like, that's great. I'm loving that people love that experience. That's when it can go well.
Exactly.
Most of the time, it doesn't go that well because you don't have 2 talented people working with a talented person.
And if they're
keeping
theater
it
people,
short,
like, the family most likely knows that they're theater people.
Yes,
they're prone to dance.
They're used to performing.
If I started dancing, if I was at a family event and I started dancing, nobody would bat an eye. If my brother started dancing, everybody would be like, what is going on?
Especially if he got some moves in him.
That's
you know?
what I'm saying.
He worked on it.
No one would bat an eye.
It was a surprise. Yeah.
It's expected.
Yeah, you've spent time in the theater. You've performed. They're like, Joey loves performing.
This is what he does.
Yeah. But a lot of it we're managing that. And even down to like basic logistical things like sometimes couples, they want us to do like, yeah, weddings at noon, but we don't need you to DJ till 6 p.m.
Right.
And we're like, well, we have to quote this differently if you want us at that wedding, the ceremony, and then to do that. Like, that's a lot of chunk of time that we are not doing anything. Some DJs, I assume, that you book us for the day. And so you have us for the entire day.
Right.
That's not us. We have an hour set that we'll do for you, and we have a specific service for a ceremony we'll do for you. And so, like, there's an educational piece that, like, managing the client's expectation. Yeah, we're not going to sit around for 6 hours and wait for your, like, we have lives too, and we need to go work and do other things. And so, yeah, you don't have us for the day. You have to pay us for that downtime or pay us in some way because we're giving up the day for you, you know?
Yeah.
But that's a big part of that.
That's something that we see a lot too, because it's also like, oh, we don't have our timeline finalized. And then 5 months later, it'll then be finalized. And then they'll come back and say, oh, ceremony's at 3, receptions at 6. And it's like, oh, wait. Now we need to adjust your contract because it wasn't finalized initially. So we can always adjust your timeline whenever. Like, we can always do that. But if now your ceremony's at 2 p.m. and your things later, it's like, I'm sorry, we have to adjust this. And those are oftentimes my harder conversations,
sure,
right? Because if they've already booked, they're already excited. But now I've got to tell them, like, hey, like, this is actually, I'm sorry I didn't explain this well enough early on, but like, if there's going to be this huge gap in between, we've got to cover that time. I mean, our DJs are still there and they're usually very understanding.
Yeah.
Right? And once I explain it too, it's like, well, even if you have live music for cocktail, it's like our DJs are still there. Our equipment's still there, but you still have to, we still have to cover that hour. It's just, that's just how that goes.
Yeah.
If we're covering ceremony and there's like that gap of an hour, it's just, they're always understanding once I explain, like,
that's it.
Oh, then you're right. They
it.
Are still there.
Again, but they're making the assumption.
They're making so many decisions.
Because and also a lot of vendors, like the venue they have for the day, a lot of photographers, videographers, you have us for the day, you know, like, and so why wouldn't the DJ be for the day? Like, they're making an assumption based on the work we do, because then they're just copy pasting that assumption from other vendors they're working with. So
right.
I don't, you know, you set up floral, you have floral for the day, like, you know, we have a different thing because we're performing, and so that's I think a lot of people don't understand that, but that's managing that expectation piece of it. You talked before about how we work a lot at the same venues, but you love working at new venues. Mm-hmm. From your experience, like, let's talk a little bit about non-traditional venues, or maybe a traditional venue, but a non-traditional setup. Yeah. And stories or memories you had, because we've said it before, but it bears repeating. Layout matters in a dance floor, but there's also logistical challenges to the setup, to the load in. You know, Micah encountered that at his gig. It's like, oh yeah, it's on the second floor, 2 flights of stairs, so it's up half and then turn and then another half. And then they had locked in furniture you could not move.
Can't move anything.
And so he had to find a space there for like a small, 4-foot booth, and speakers and a dance floor light, and then somewhere for the photo booth. We didn't even do a backdrop. The space looked beautiful, but it was not set up for success in terms of dance floor.
No, definitely not.
And so he had to make his best with that. Do you have memories or stories from, like, even this past year? Like, I can think of one. You did that one that was like the upstairs part. And then, like, you had the hallway thing. I remember seeing photos. I'm trying to remember the venue. It might have been Myers Castle, but it was like the small room.
Yeah.
Like, tell me a little bit about that. What happened? What were the challenges? How'd you make the best of it?
So I have a lot of answers to this.
Yes,
so I think that non-traditional setups can be highly conducive to a dancing environment or completely destroy it. And there will be no dancing.
Yes.
It is one or the other. On the good spectrum, Journeyman Valpo.
Sure.
Putting us in that corner makes sense.
Sure.
Right? I mean, that just with however, the non-traditional setup of me being placed in like the middle behind a pillar, because like ceremony was here, reception was here, and like I was here on the dance floor, that non-traditional setup, the best dance floor I've ever had at Journeyman Valpo. Like,
yes.
It was a weird spot,
but
it was on the dance floor, and it was so good. However, like Myers Castle, it's like this third room that they have, this upstairs room. They usually don't do weddings in there. Like, I forget what the room is even called.
I can't remember either, but the couple wanted
it. Because
of the size of their wedding.
Because the size of their wedding. It was only like 50, 60.
Yeah.
It was pretty small. But we did ceremony like outside in the circle and then came inside, but it was this like long hook hallway. Like you'd go just around in a circle this way, but once you got to this end of the hook, it was just like a long hallway with a bar at the end. So just like a cane, all candy cane shape.
Yeah.
It's literally
candy
a candy cane shape. And I was on the hook of the candy cane, and all of these tables and like people that need to hear are along the line of the candy cane. God. And I'm set up in the hook trying to project it loud enough, but like people at the bar at like the bottom side of the candy cane, they couldn't hear
because the sound's got to bounce around.
But
like just boop, boop, boop,
and
boop,
imagine
boop.
this candy cane is only like from this wall to that wall.
6 feet, 8
it's
feet,
only
10 feet or something.
It's very small. It's not a dance floor.
It's tight,
it's a hallway. It's a hallway.
It's a hallway.
And I'm set up in a hallway. I'm plugged into power into the ceiling. Like it. That may be one of the wildest dance floors. Yeah. Like wildest plug-in set. Like, and I've thrown amazing parties there in their other rooms. Like it's not a dig to anything there. It's just like that room specifically. If you want a dance floor, don't book that room. Like book the other rooms. If you want a very casual, and that's what they wanted. They wanted a casual. They weren't going to dance.
They just wanted older couple. They knew that going in.
They had like they told me they had like 40 kids early on at the party. They had 40, no, because that's even more than the people that they had. But of their like 60 people, it was like majority kids and majority people over 70 years old. So let's say this wedding was supposed to end at 10 p.m. I was just playing their playlist, background music, kind of just playing to a wall. It was fine. They ended up like 9 o'clock. We're supposed to be done at 10:30. I think. I don't even know at this point. They're like, yeah, no, you're good. Or I think we're all just gonna head out. We got kids. Like we're just gonna go home. And like, oh, okay. Like that's exactly what they wanted. They just wanted someone to like have a mic for them for like some speeches, and like it wasn't about the dance floor. And like that's fine. But don't expect that.
It does sound like they did, so it worked out. You know,
but if you were, and it's just like that's the space I'm given. That's very difficult for me to overcome that. Yeah. That's very difficult. If you want like a rager and you give me that space.
How do you be successful in that? Just like
you try your best. You definitely just try your best.
A lot of these old barns too, they'll have us up in the loft and they want our speakers on the floor or like even some of the venues. I think Marquette Park. You're on the third story.
What is that called? I forget what that's a certain thing.
There's and I've had it where there's like a little tree house where you're up.
Yes.
The Brick has that.
Yeah, the tree house.
There's Blissful Barn has that. If sometimes people want us up in the loft there.
Yeah.
And
I've heard of that.
I like to be on the back deck.
I haven't done that at Design Barn, but I've heard people do that.
Oh, they get up top.
They've gone up top and gone over the thing.
I would still do speakers on down and I'll be up. But just because this is a big thing about DJs and people do this, just because we have to be somewhere like the DJ turntables and stuff, the control center doesn't have to be on the dance floor. We want it on the dance floor, but we can put our speakers on the dance floor. The problem is then we can't hear how loud we are. We can't interact with the crowd. Like it's you really, for the best case scenario, you want to be like in the mix. Ideally, there's people just crowded in front of your booth, crowded in front of the speakers.
Yeah.
That's going to have the best dance floor, what's the term? Outcome, personality, reaction.
Yeah, it's so hard when you're separated up top. It's so hard to get a feel for literally how loud you are. And
so when we set up as DJs, we have to like, there's a speaker here because we know that this side of the room needs to hear for speeches, for announcements, and for dancing. And then we have to have another speaker over here, and then somewhere we have to put our booth that's not in the way of the head table or not in the way of the pictures. Or it's a challenge that we always are. All the venues we're at regularly, we already kind of established the best way to do that. But newer venues, that's always like, we're going to see what's going to happen today. It's a lot of on the ground thinking and problem solving. Anyway,
which I kind of like. The new venue thing. You show up to a place and you have to figure it out day of. I kind of like that. It kind of keeps it entertaining. Maybe there's some frustrating things that happen.
Yeah, but we're a service job. And so like the people reach out to us and they want service from us. And there's this, of course, in the service industry, there's always customers always right. With weddings, there is this caveat because it's like this is a big day. This isn't just like you're just having a night out.
Right.
You know, you are having a night out, but it's bigger than that. And so there's this like at least I've always felt when I was doing sales that like there's this pull to say yes to whatever they ask. Yeah. And be a yes person. But knowing then like, oh, well then I have to execute that thing. Like I have to do this. You know, they want Dancing on the Clouds. If we say yes to that, we don't actually own that machine. We have to go rent it and train somebody, make sure it works. It's a big risk to book something we're not familiar with, we're not trained on. Just for the fact of saying yes. And at Amplify, we usually say no. Like we don't do that. Sorry, we don't do that.
Definitely.
We are pretty clear about that unless we know we can handle that. But do you have any when you're on a call, how do you balance saying yes to the person who's the client, and then keeping in mind, well, if I say yes to this, I got to execute it. Like, how do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's something that is something we don't typically do. If it's something we don't do, I mean, of course I would.
Sure. If it's equipment based, you would say we don't do it. Yeah.
We don't do it. Or if it is something like I know we can get, it's like, well, let me see. Like, I can't guarantee anything, but let me ask and see. Like, there's sometimes we can get cold sparks, or like we're thinking about possibly getting, or like
more uplighting,
or like you want 32 uplights,
2 photo booths. We can do that. Yeah.
Right. Like there's a lot we can do, or you want more equipment, or you want, we're more of like an outside. We have bags and a fire pit. Can we also have your ceremony speaker outside all night playing music? Like we can make all that stuff kind of happen. Or I had this couple reach out and it's like, before we're drinkers, we're partiers. Yeah. Before ceremony, we want music outside.
We want to be dancing
before guests arrive. Like we want, as people are coming into the building, like we want another speaker out there. Can you do that? I said, fuck yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Hell yeah.
That is no problem. That is one more speaker that we bring, and one more playlist that they can decide on. And I thought that'd be fun. That's something I haven't done, but
I like that's non-traditional, right? That's a non-traditional setup, but in a cool way, you know.
But let's do it, and there are things like that we can absolutely manage.
I love when couples think outside the box like that. They're like, "Hey, we're not doing dinner; we're just doing big apps, and it's going to be a party for 5-6 hours." And I love
that stuff. Let's do it. Like,
Hell yeah!
There's no question about that. I would love to do that. Or if it's more unique, but I know I can handle it, karaoke. Something,
sure.
Can we do this video, this projection, this, that? And I know how to do it. As long as I'm on that gig and I'm booked on it, I'm confident, like telling them like, yeah, like let's make that happen. But oftentimes if it's like something where I know I'm already booked and it's asking another member of our team to maybe go above and beyond or learn a skill that they don't have, that's when I'm going to decline them. I mean, if I can't do it and I can't train someone on it fairly quickly. It's just something that
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Yes.
But there's some things that I may know how to do, or some things that you may know how to do that we can appease their wedding. Or a certain couple asks me, can we hired a saxophone artist. I'm doing one this September, actually. They hired a saxophone artist. Can we plug in to your system? Because while I'm DJing, they're going to be live saxing the whole time. And I think that's so cool.
So cool.
I've never done it. I've heard time and time again of people doing that with pianists, with saxophone artists. I've always wanted to do it. I've never had the privilege of doing it. And now I get to. So like, sure, it's some logistic things that I've got to figure out. Would I ever send another DJ on our team to go do that? Probably not. But because I know I'm booked on it and like I've made that in the notes, I've made it clear like I'm doing this wedding, bring this extra equipment. Like, I'm excited to learn stuff, do new stuff, and try new things so that when another couple calls, it's like, oh yeah, I've done that. I did that this last weekend. It was so much fun.
Yes.
So just to build those experiences, I do want to make all your visions happen.
Yes.
But I'm limited, right? I mean,
right. Yes. And honestly, I think the best thing we can do is be honest with them and be honest with ourselves. And that's our policy. It's what we do. And it does happen where, people reach out and they're like, I want karaoke. And then they're like, we recognize that like, this is not really a good fit for us based on what they're asking for, based on like the expectations they have. And the other thing that you mentioned, they're like, if you can't do it or you haven't done it, that means you're hiring our team for it, which honestly, like you could, if we've done it before and the team has done it before, no problem.
Right.
But if we haven't done it before, I feel like we are setting our team up for stress and not success. and basically some fire we're going to have to put out, or like over promising ourselves and then under delivering, which is something we try to never do.
There's more risk. There's
way
definitely
more risk
on our end. Yeah.
And I don't think the client really wants that, but there's clients who reach out and they're like last minute, they're like, oh, we need this and this and XYZ. And we're like, yeah, we've never done that. We never worked at that venue space. And let's see if we have anyone available. And basically, how do we balance saying yes to the company, but protect our DJs from getting burned out or getting like overwhelmed with like these crazy asks? And we literally, I know you know what I'm talking about, because we had someone reach out recently and they're like, yeah, we want karaoke. And we're like, yeah, no problem. And we thought it was one date. We realized it's the date of our team outing. Like, this is a big deal. No, we have no DJs available. The whole team is gone. And we're like, sorry, we're not available. And that person took it really personally, and they shouldn't, because it's like we saved them from like us saying, yeah, we'll do it. And then we don't have anybody there.
We're no specialists. Like we do specialize in wedding DJ. That's what we do. There are people that specialize in karaoke that have several TVs and several this.
It's all they do.
It's all they do. And like there are some times where it's like we do have to weigh that against, is it something that, do we want to take this risk and put our brand on the line, put a negative review on the line, all because I'm saying yes to something that we're not incredible at. I'm not an expert on karaoke. I know how to use Carafon, and I've got wireless microphones in a booth. Like, I can MC.
In a pinch, we'll do it.
And it's fine. Like, I can do it well enough, but that's not what I specialize in.
It's not what we're about as a brand. It's not what our company's about. But we have done the service. We will do the service again.
Right.
But again, you'd be better suited if you want something that's like top tier to hire someone who does that.
And it seems like that's what they were looking for.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And unfortunately, on a date when literally our whole team was booked because we had a planned ski trip. Yeah. So it's what it is. But it's so funny to me that how people take that personally. But anyway.
Like the polite way to say.
Yeah. We don't want to work. We're booked. We're not available. Booked. Yeah. That's a polite industry term. Somebody tells you they're booked. They either are booked, which we were, or like they don't want to work with you. Right. Because they think you're going to be difficult, or like they can't deliver to the level of excellence that you want, you're looking for, that you deserve, whatever. But we're a multi-op. And so like people hire us based on, our reviews, our brand, our sound, the degree to which we can guarantee their performance. And, we met with that couple yesterday and they're like, why do you guys charge so much? And I was like, well, we can guarantee the outcome. Yeah. Like I know what you're looking for. I know how you want to be feeling at the end of the night, and we can guarantee that will happen.
Right.
What do you feel like is the hardest part that you've experienced as the role of general manager of maintaining a consistent brand, like sound, feel, experience when we've got multiple DJs on our roster?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times where couples, it's like, we've had an amazing call. We've talked for 25 minutes. I've said we're available. I'm booked. Or maybe I haven't said the I'm booked bit yet, but I said we're available. The team's available. And then it gets to the end, and they're like, "So
will you be our DJ?
Will you be our DJ?" I'm like,
"Nope, no, I won't.
I won't." But our team is incredible. Everyone on our team is great. They're all great DJs. We all work together. They assist me. I assist them. Like, we all can do an amazing job. Sure, we may have been doing this at different times in our lives, but everybody who works for us right now, we are confident if we're sending them as a lead that they can perform what we have sold you over the phone. Yeah. Like, they can make that happen. And if that doesn't happen, we will make that right away.
We guarantee the work
as quickly as possible. Yeah. We guarantee the work, or we're as honest as we can be about our shortcomings or the things that we can do and what we can't do, or mistakes that we have made. We're very open about that. We want to get better. If there's a reason that something didn't go well at your wedding and one of our DJs tells us everything went fine, we'll never know. Like, we only know from couples giving us feedback.
That's it.
That's the only way we ever hear anything.
Yeah. And we want it to be an amazing experience. And if it's not amazing, reach out, let us know, because we want to hear about that, because that's going to help us improve, seeing if we can train this person or if we need to remove them from our staff because they're misrepresenting our company.
Exactly.
And they're not aligned with the experience the brand promises. That's a big deal.
Let them know early on. Like, if it's not me, if we're always, who's available,
we're always honest about that
early on. Like, But if I'm booked, I will tell you right away, like, I am not going to be your DJ.
Yes.
I don't want to give you that expectation.
Bait and
there's
switch
no
'em.
reason to.
Yeah.
There's no reason to.
Yeah, I had a couple recently. I did a call with, because I was doing that call because the planner and I go way back. And we've done a lot of weddings together. I've known her since like basically high school. Awesome person, great at her job. And she hooked me up with this couple, and we were all talking, and they loved me, and they loved, they saw my reviews, and they want to work with me. I'm like, I'm already booked that date, and I didn't realize before getting on the phone, but like I still wanted to like talk with them, and then they wanted to know who the DJ would be, and I'm like, I don't know because it's next year, but let me ask around and see who's available, and let me get the most experienced person possible we're going to do our best to guarantee it'll be that person. Yeah. But like, what if that person's like kid goes to the hospital, or like, what if that person, like their family's doing a vacation that day?
I've called off one wedding in my entire life. Yeah. And it was very recently, unfortunately. But I didn't call out, like Mike went and did the wedding and took over and did great. But unfortunately, like I had a family emergency where it was like the only time that I've ever had to do that. And it's very hard to make that decision because it is so much for the couple, and I've never had to make that choice before. Like, oh, like I can't do this today. I can't give them what they're expecting. Like, I don't have the energy for it today. Yeah. It's just, it wouldn't be fair to them. Like from what they've spent, and like, sure, I could go up and half-ass it and go through the motions, but that's not what that couple deserved. So luckily we have those systems in place where like we have other DJs we can lean on. We have other professionals that we can lean on that can step in at any time and do an amazing job. Yeah. And that's what I try and sell is like, sure, there's like a 90% chance that I'm your DJ. Even the people like, I'm free. It's a free date. Yeah. There's nobody booked. It's like, there's a good chance that it's me, but like I could break my leg. There's something that could go horribly wrong that I may not be there that day. All of our DJs are great. And just getting them to get that.
Yes.
To really understand that it is a good team.
Yes.
We're doing a good thing here. And the reviews hopefully speak for themselves. We see a lot of reviews for everybody. Kyle, Dave, Micah. Hopefully Cole's going to get some soon now that he's leading. Like, it's really cool and it's really exciting, like where we've come and where we see. And I see a lot of people asking about the reviews and certain people in the reviews, and it's fun. I do think that makes the conversations more personal.
Sure.
Or I get a lot of now, oh, you did my friend's wedding. Oh, you did my sister's, brother's, cousins,
so you want
daughters.
If you can,
like we'd love to have you. They had so much fun, and I love that. And it's not just me. We're getting that for all of our DJs. I mean, I had one that Micah DJ'd a homecoming last year. Now they want him for prom, and it's really cool. I like that.
I do too. I love it. It's part of why we grow this team in a way, and the way we keep it consistent is we train everybody the same. We try to have everybody working every weekend if we can. And we cross, like, this person assists this person, and then next week they assist someone else. And everybody gets lots of experience seeing what the equipment, all the same equipment is pretty much the same. The experience is the same. The performance is the same. And I always say, like, look, it's not going to be me, but I'm confident my whole team will crush this for you. And if not, you let me know because we'll fix it.
We'll fix it.
Yeah. But like, when you just speak briefly about that situation, I knew you were between a rock and a hard place, in a possible situation. And I'm really glad you made the decision you did, because I think you really need to be with your family when that situation was happening. We won't talk anymore about the specifics of that, but you reached out, and then like, I, of course, was honored, jumped in, covered it, like took over, did all the stuff. And then the couple, I didn't actually get the chance to talk to them or meet with them until we'd already did their ceremony. Did their cocktail hour. We were about to do introductions. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Joe wanted to be here, had a family emergency, couldn't make it, but we're going to crush it for you. I have all his notes, all the music.
It's been going smoothly so far.
It's going to be literally,
10 out of 10.
We're halfway through the wedding, and you didn't even notice that he wasn't here, and it's going to be seamless, and it was, and we crushed it. And I was very proud to be like, this is how we've set up these systems and our training and everything and our equipment to where it is seamless like that. Because we can't be all things to all people all the time. We have to take breaks. We have to have time off. We have to be there for our family when crazy things happen. And so, like, I was glad to be like, okay, yeah, this is why we do what we do. This is why we have a team versus just one person DJing part-time as a hobby. Like, that, you're screwed. Like, there's no one I can call and see there's another company available. Like, yeah, that's not going to work. Definitely. Let's flip the script. We've been talking a lot about, like, customers reaching out to us, but let's talk about what makes an ideal customer to us.
Fun.
What's the perfect lead look like from your perspective and mine?
Okay, so starting off, it's a venue I know, and it's an easy load in.
Boom. So you already know what you're in for work
I
wise.
already know what I'm in for.
What to expect and what the team can expect.
On the referred by, it says friend, family, or vendor.
Yes.
Either any of those three. Like, because if it's friend or family, you've probably been to a wedding that we've done.
Yes.
Or if it's vendor, it's a wedding and it's a place we've been to a lot. It's like, oh, they've already half sold.
Yes.
Me. So those are great. It's all in one spot. Like all ceremony, it's all in one area. Like it's all in one venue.
Yes.
I'm not going from ceremony here, traveling to another place. That's ideal. And then once we get on the phone, so that's all just looking at the thing.
Yeah, just the initial details.
Initial thing, looking at it, like this is awesome.
Yes.
And then once we get on the phone, and you could feel an energy. Like there are sometimes I hop on the phone, and some couples are kind of crunchy. Not like crunchy, but they want you to be worth their time, or they want you to like. You have to ask the right question to get them to open up. Or it's like, okay, we've talked a lot about the business stuff. Now let's talk about like me and like my personal, like our interests, and finding that gauge and like finding, I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation. But the people that are instantly just like bubbly, ready to connect, ready to like, no, we just want to throw a party. Our family, no, we're drinkers.
Yeah.
Like we love dancing. We don't give a shit. Like we may need more time because I don't think 4 hours is enough dancing. Like there's sometimes you just hop on the phone and they're just eager to dance and ready to book. I don't know. Let's say it's 6 months out and it's just like, we don't really care. Like we love music. We just want to, it's our second marriage. We love dancing. All of our friends love dancing. We just want to do something chill. Like those are my ideal weddings. They love to dance. They aren't so caught up in we have to nail all of this perfectly. My first dance has to be at 6:02 p.m. and like all of that stuff doesn't have to line up. They're very chill about the day. Like for example, I had this one bride like started pouring during her ceremony, and she just like walked into intros like mud all over her dress, like happy as hell. Like none of that stuff affected her throughout the day. Like as long as your day doesn't affect you and like you have that type of energy, we just want to throw a party. Love happens, whatever, party. Like let's party. That's great. Like that's ideal for me because I know how to sell that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Let's go.
Throw a party. That's an easy sell. So that's an ideal sell.
Yeah.
Place I like, easy load in.
1000%.
Right.
Yeah, right away. It's like, it's a place I've been to, so I really know the amount of work I'm going to. And I can talk like an authority. I've been to the venue hundreds of times. I know exactly.
Oh, you've worked with so-and-so?
Yes, I know the vendors you're working with, where I'm setting up, what I'm doing, how they typically do their timeline there. Yeah. It's going to smooth over everything because everybody works together all the time. And so it's like, boom, it's just checking in a huge box for me that I can guarantee that I know how to work in that environment to success. I have a track record doing it.
People like to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
They love to hear that.
So I've been to the venue before. I've worked with those vendors before. That's a huge one. Yeah. That the couple can take comfort that there's not going to be a lot of like figuring it out on the fly, or that you have to do a special trip to the venue to check it out, or anything like that. I definitely love, similar to what you're saying, that like when I'm connecting with somebody and it's like, did we just become best friends? Like it's just like, we have a lot in common. We have a lot of same interests. We like the same shows, same music, same movies. We have the same like hobbies or interests, and like we both love pets. I know my buddy Eric Yeager, he's like, are they a dog person? Because he's like, I'm a big dog person. So like that's my ideal customer, is people who are dog people.
I talked to dog people this morning.
Isn't that
they were
wild?
talking to a puppy. We're talking about their puppy. Their puppy's gonna be the ring bearer. Like I love talking about stuff like that.
And it's like the wedding is just a big celebration in their life. And so they should have vendors that they trust, that they are connected and bonded with in an ideal way, where it's like, I would have this guy as a guest anyways at my wedding, because I
got invited out to drinks after our last wedding.
Yes.
I got invited out to the after party.
Heck yeah, dude.
Not to say that like I want that every time, but like it always feels good.
Yes.
It always feels good. Like, oh, I really have established a relationship with this couple, and they know that I'm on their side. Like I was here for them and to make their day special. And I do always appreciate the invitation out after.
Yeah.
Kind.
Oh, totally.
I don't go,
love that.
but I like it.
I've done it a few times. I don't do it all the time. Generally, I want to go back and go home or
right.
go to bed.
I've worked for 9 hours standing. I'm sorry. As much as I want to go.
I love to party.
I love to
but
party.
I'm Slurms McKenzie.
I'm so tired of partying.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, literally that.
But like another thing that makes someone a perfect lead for me is they want exactly the kind of experience that we do. I'm talking down to like the songs, down to our workflow, how we work with them, how we communicate with them. They want exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that could be misaligned. The couple's reaching out and they want like, hey, we live folk, blues, grass. You know, we want like a very live sound to it. We're working with a banjo player. And I'm like, well, we don't play banjo. Like we could plug in one banjo to our, but like, you know, like I don't have tracks that would go with that. Like that's not really what we do.
Yeah.
And if you really want that, like this is so important to you because you play in a bluegrass band, you should probably hire a DJ who has lots of experience playing that kind of music or plays bluegrass themselves. Like you should
Someone
align.
Who specializes in that.
If that's a must-have for you, for your wedding. And we were just talking to Dan from Easy Peasy, and he's like, I know the kind of set that I like to do, and if you want a rager, you hire me because that's what I do. I do ragers.
Yeah.
Like he does his own edits on his songs. Like you hire Dan in a very specific way because you want the exact experience that he can guarantee and deliver. Versus like he's not a good guy. It sounds like to hire for like if you wanted something very customized where it's like you have to have total control over the playlist.
These songs in this order.
Yes, that's not the DJ you hire for that.
Don't defer at all. It's like that's the thing. Like every DJ is different. Everyone has a different method, and it's just like. That's something we really try and manage on the front end too, is which DJ is going to be the best for this couple. Like, and that's something we really do try and get a feel for is what type of party do you want to have? Which DJ is going to be the best for that?
Yeah.
And there are some that it's like right away, it's like, oh, I'm going to connect with this couple so well. I want this wedding.
Yes.
I'm already booked. Oh no. And it's the worst is when you've already connected so well with like the other couple that you're booked with on that day. And it's like, I can't even like do a little switch because I've already connected so much with this other couple. And I don't want to, right? It's like I connect with hopefully every couple like that on the front end. And that's why they're booking us is that they trust us. They like who we are. And
yeah, they like the brand. They like
the brand.
They like who we are as a company and the experience that we've proven time and again we can deliver if you read our reviews. And the reason that those reviews exist is because we train everybody the same. They use the same equipment. We have standard operating procedures for how we do things. Yeah. And so, all of our DJs are trained the same, but they are all different skill levels, talent levels, and of course, their own musical tastes are different. Mm-hmm. And as a GM, can you talk a little bit about like when somebody's like, hey, who's going to be our DJ? Like why that's a difficult question to answer in the moment. And the first thing I'm thinking of is like, well, yeah, I know this guy could do the job, but you may not like him as a person because personalities may clash.
Right.
If you're a very type A person, you want somebody who's going to be very type A attentive to your wedding. If you're a type B person, you may want a more chill type B DJ, personality-wise to align. Then if you want a very technically skilled DJ, lots of years of experience that can on the fly mash up and do custom edits for your stuff, you may need a DJ who can do that level of skill. And or like DJ who's like, I just EDM only, or I want just club hits or very specific genre focused. Some people reach out to us and they're like, I want a DJ who's bilingual. Like, well, you know, I took Spanish in high school.
I took Spanish 4, but I mean, that was 15
I'm not your guy.
years ago.
I'm not your
guy. Yeah.
Could you talk a little to that? Like how, when a couple's like, hey, so will you be our DJ?
Yeah. So it's a hard question solely because I don't know. I can look and see. I can tell you everybody that we have is free. I can tell you the 5 DJs that are open. However, once you sign the contract, that's when I send out our bookings. That's just how we do it in our system is like, I can reach out, see who is free, right? But they can block out, all of our DJs can block out dates in the app if they have stuff booked, but sometimes you just don't know. I mean, or sometimes you just haven't put it in yet. And it's like, oh, I saw 7 reviews for Micah. Like, we'd love to have Micah on this date. It's like, yeah, he's still free. But like, let me go connect with him and see. I mean, he can also be busy or out of town or at a family something, or just not available on Fridays or something like that if it's a Friday wedding.
Yeah.
Or there's so many reasons that it can't be the DJ that you may want, and it doesn't necessarily matter. All of our DJs
Sure.
can do a great job.
Yes.
But that's why it's a hard question. It's because I don't know. I can send out the request today, and 2 of our DJs can decline it because they're busy.
They have stuff going on
They
already.
have stuff going on.
Yeah, according to our calendar, it looks like they're
It looks
available,
like they're free,
but they're not.
But then
When we
get
talk
the
to
reason.
them, they say, no, we can't do it. That's 8 months from now. I already have a family vacation.
And they have that freedom
Booked.
to do that. Like, absolutely.
They're human
Like,
beings. They can do whatever they want. you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like they can pick and choose which gigs.
Well,
So
some of the guys are
unfortunately,
aliens. They work for us.
they are
Anyway,
kind of,
sorry.
yes. But that's it. It's like they can pick and choose. And there are some times where it just doesn't work out. I mean, genuinely, it doesn't work out where it's like, we saw this. I'm already booked. Mike's already booked. Okay, well, we want this person. It's like, okay, well, this person is out of town. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just how it goes. We have 7 DJs, 8 DJs. We're looking to add more leads for that reason. So we can just keep expanding on that, send more gigs out, and have more options to match people with. I think that's every person we add is a different personality. So that's different people that we can pair.
We train them the same. They have the same
Train them the
equipment,
same.
but they also have their own lives, their own schedules, their own interests
music
and strengths, and
Exactly.
yeah. So it's not an easy thing, and I don't know any industry that will guarantee that kind of thing. Where it's like, hey, we need Dave to be our plumber.
Right.
We're like, no, that's Dave can plumb, but also Steve can plumb too. You know?
Right. Unless it was like Joe Albamani event, and it was like, I'm advertising myself.
Just you
is
personally.
The service. Like, myself is the service. That's a different thing. I find a lot of photographers are that, right? It's like their name is their company, and it's like, this is that. You don't need,
Or you're a musician, a musical artist.
You don't need like 6 other people under you, like other DJs, and like you're not selling other people, because the brand is yourself. That's something
Taylor
I learned
Swift
a lot
does a
as an actor.
subcontract, you know?
Right, you're selling yourself as the brand. That's a different thing. Like, we are Amplified. We're a company. We have 8 leads and 4 assistants, and we're looking to keep building on that. And I do think that's something that we do try and explain early on.
Our team is the brand, and we're honest about it. We do our best to match it and give them an idea. We also offer that they can talk to the DJ before booking and they get a good feel. They like this person, we'll book them, you know? So it's that kind of thing. But yeah, we can't promise out the gate who that's going to be. We definitely can't guarantee that in writing in any kind of degree of like, yeah, I can say I put it in writing, but that person may not be able to go. Something may happen. Best of my ability, that person's going to be there. But it's wild to me that then they have that expectation that like, I better know who this is going to be. But then you get the questions of, why do you guys charge so much? Right. Why are you so expensive? Is this just like the wedding tax? So I'd like to talk briefly about that for the last little bit here. That like walk our listeners through, like why professional wedding DJs cost so much, what goes into what they're getting for their dollar.
Definitely.
When they're paying that price.
I mean, there's so many things. It's like, you can buy a DJ for $500, $700, whatever. I mean, you absolutely can. But you run into so many things. Are they streaming their music? Are they actually prepping stuff? What does their service look like when you're planning music? Is it an app? Is it just like a piece of paper? How hard is it going to be for us to plan stuff? Mm-hmm. We like to make it very easy for the couple. We pay a good amount of money for the services that we use, for the equipment that we use, to make it easy for not only the couples, but for ourselves. That's something that we handle a lot with the services that we provide, is that we like to promise and guarantee that your day will be smooth because of the app and some of the other stuff that we use. It's like, we get your timeline, we get your music, you enter all that. We handle all the other stuff on top of it. But ultimately, I mean, we guarantee just a good product. I mean, it's you could pay for the $9 headphones from Walmart, or you can pay for the Apple headphones from Walmart. I mean,
different experience.
It's a different experience, but like, sure, they'll both play music. You'll hear music, but we guarantee a cleaner, smoother experience throughout day one to the day of your wedding. Mm-hmm. It is a much smoother experience than, let's say, a $500 DJ. Our equipment is updated. It's new. It's expensive. It's beautiful, and it works great. It works great. It matches. The booths that we have aren't cheap, but it's to cover that. It's to cover paying our people. It's to cover all that. It's to cover if, let's say one of our DJ controllers breaks mid-wedding. I mean, those aren't cheap. I mean, even if we get it repaired, it's maybe a couple $100, but if we need a brand new one, if it's beyond repair, that's a $2,000 loss.
Yeah.
We have to be able to cover for stuff like that. It's not going to happen.
And we couldn't do that if we charge $500.
We couldn't be able to do that. And maybe like we can go buy a $60 replacement in the meantime, but ultimately then we're not providing the product that we've sold you. So we have to be covered. We have to cover all grounds. We have to have backups. We have to have backup equipment. We have to have money to pay the people, money to have if we were to add new people, if we need more equipment. I mean, it's all of that. It's all of the things and all the services that we provide, set up, tear down, all that's all included.
Yeah.
But we like to make it easy as possible for everyone. And also the DJs, the equipment that we buy is clean.
Yes.
It looks good. It's easy to set up, quick to tear down, quick to set up, makes it better on the vendors. It's better for everybody. Like it's literally better for everybody by spending the time that we have looking up the equipment, getting the equipment that we have, buying it all, spending the money to get it. Vendors love it.
Yeah.
And like everybody who works with us has complimented on the booth how quickly you guys tear down. Oh my God, you guys are done in 10 minutes. And we can do that. And our stuff looks nice.
Yeah.
Not often can you say both. It can look nice.
We can save your other vendors time and money.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay open until 1 a.m. with your people here because we can be torn down in 15 minutes.
Yeah. We're easy to work with. The biggest
Super
thing is
easy to work with.
The biggest thing is we can guarantee an outcome. That you want to have a certain experience at your wedding, we can guarantee that. And you have to pay for somebody who's knowledgeable, experienced enough, has the equipment, has the experience at that venue or the experience doing this job to guarantee that outcome. That's really what they're paying for. They're not paying for the tools of our job, but that is part of what they're paying for. Mm-hmm. But they're really paying for the experience we can guarantee. Yeah. We're also paying a lot of smaller ops or people that charge $500 as a hobby. They're not paying to insure themselves or their equipment. If there's a fire or some issue, like you're out of luck.
Definitely.
They're not paying for music licensing, purchasing their music. If they're streaming or downloading it for free, it might be potato quality. You might have ads that come in during dinner or during dancing.
If it's just like a YouTube download, it could just have, if it's like a Vivo music video, it can have like a 4-minute story within like 2 minutes of audio, a story. Yeah, of course. There's movies within those sometimes.
Of course, maintaining our equipment and upgrading our equipment as we go. And then there's like admin, like all DJs have to reach out to our couples, meet with them. They have to download, organize, purchase, make notes of all the music, prep all their stuff, charge all their equipment. Like I would say, like for every 5 hours of work that we're physically doing the day of, there's about 20 to 30 hours of admin behind the scenes that we're working on, either doing custom mixes with them, answering their emails, answering their phone calls, talking with the officiant because they want to know what kind of mic we use. I mean, there's extra work associated with it. It's part of being a professional company versus like this is a side fun thing. And there's a big difference between a cheap DJ and a DJ that has value. Right. We've already talked about DJ gets sick. Like, if you're a cheap DJ, do you have a backup person? We have one available that day. It's probably already working that day.
Right.
If you're
ready to go.
Yes. If you're
that
just a
probably calling
side hustle person and somebody spills equipment on their board or wind comes in and ruins their laptop, like how are they going to be? Do they have a backup battery option? Like, are they going to be able to continue to move and still deliver a performance at your event? And guarantee that performance, or it's like, well, I guess we're not going to have music or speeches or anything because we hired a guy who's the price was right. It's tough, and I also want to call out that there are DJs who, in my opinion, are overcharging because they're not literally delivering the quality that they're promising their customer. They really cheap out on the equipment. They don't train the people the same. There's no coverage if something happens. They're kind of screwed. You're kind of that company has tricked you, and they're not really delivering that level of value they're promising on the front end.
Yeah,
and you can read that in the reviews. That'll show up. But To me, the biggest thing, the reason we charge more is this is one day and you have to get it right. This is a big day. Most couples average spend $25,000 to $35,000 on their wedding. I'm sorry, you're going to spend all that and you want to spend $500 on your entertainment?
Right.
Like such a small percentage of like, you spent more on your cake than you did on your DJ. Like cakes are great.
Seriously.
I'm not against, there's a lot of great bakers out there.
Cake,
absolutely worth everything they're charging. And I'm kind of getting at that, like, this is like directly related to what the actual experience will be like if you're making memories or not on the day you're getting married and celebrating. This isn't just like a fun backyard party.
Right.
Although if you want that experience, we'll deliver it. But this is your wedding day. And to me, you really have to take the time, think of it as an investment in the kind of experience you want to have versus thinking of it as like, how cheaply can I make this? And I think you're going to experience that on the back end more times than not when you start looking at price only as the factor for booking your entertainment.
Yeah.
Weddings are more expensive because there's more work and more stress on the line to deliver a stellar experience. We literally, if you book us for like an open house, it's a different rate than it is for like a wedding. Unless it's like literally you're booking us on a wedding day and you're trying to take one of our DJs that we can dedicate and we can make full rate for a wedding, then that's just like an inventory thing. But yeah. All right, let's do unless you had anything to ask. I don't want to cut you off if you have anything else.
No, I'm good.
I wanted to go to like one of these quick kind of things.
Fun.
Quick shooters. So just quick answers only. What's a piece of gear that is so clutch? Like you just time and time again, this is like the best. I will buy 10 of these again. Like this is such a good piece of gear that I absolutely love.
Kamikaze
mics for the ceremony. It's a
mics
game changer.
Yeah.
Lightweight, rechargeable.
If
make
they
a
break,
great
I'll
sound.
buy new ones. Like
It's like the price is there,
replaceable,
the value's there.
So good. And reliable.
Can't live without.
Yeah.
What about the opposite? What's the piece of gear in our repertoire that's like, this is kind of a nightmare? Like we got, what is it?
Printing.
I was going to say backdrops.
Backdrops.
I hate setting up
I
backdrops.
fucking hate backdrops.
This is the worst.
And the printers are fine now, but it's okay to set up. I don't like replacing the ink and the paper.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit to me. It's fine. I know how to do it.
But it's a nightmare.
But it's annoying.
Yeah. All right. What's the worst time for a client to email the office or text? Like during the week, like worst time. Or even the weekend.
I don't know. I'm pretty responsive all the time. So
yeah.
Except on the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's
message me on the weekend.
For me, it's like Friday at 5, Saturday at 5. Like we're doing introductions.
During a wedding at Saturday. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm not.
Not available.
I read this. But
Can't answer your call right now. Yeah. We're going to save it till Monday. Yeah. Don't email us at 4 p.m. on a Saturday. We're doing a ceremony. They're walking down the aisle.
Seriously.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Don't email us and expect us to respond at 4:05. Yeah. We're going to get back to you Monday because we're literally out working that event.
But if it's during the week, I'm usually pretty responsive. I'm up pretty late. So if it's just like an inquiry,
we've talked a lot about the $500 DJs, but let's talk about the inverse. Let's say a couple has an additional, it turns out they've got $500 extra to spend.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's say with some wiggle room. Let's say $500 to $1,000 extra spend in their budget. Where do you think they should spend it?
Photo booth.
Yeah. Get a photo booth. I mean, ours is $600 to add. If we're talking 5, boom. Like, if guests aren't on the dance floor, give them something else to do in the same room. If you give them stuff outside or in other spots, they'll leave the dance floor. They'll go away. But like if you give them something else in the room, it's like dance floor, photo booth, bar. It's like we can at least make a triangle. And like maybe keep circling and cycling. But I think that's, especially if you know your crowd, maybe not be big dancers. Like we just want more of a chill, casual vibe. Add the photo booth. Yes. Yeah. Something else you can do for entertainment when they're not dancing.
Yeah.
I love that. Extra money in their budget. Yeah. I agree. If it wasn't on DJ, any thoughts on that? Where they should spend that? If it was on a different vendor, upgrade your bar package, or couple reaches out. Hey, I got an extra $1,000. I can't spend it on DJing because you already fully booked everything you guys do. And they're like,
I'm trying to think of a unique service. Oh, I know one. Cigar roller,
dude. That's
hand cigar roller at the venue, or like a hand like cannoli maker, some unique something like that.
Yeah.
or a painter, like I know that costs a lot
Sure.
more than $500. But like if you have some extra budget, like ceremony paintings, beautiful.
Yeah.
I saw someone doing like quick caricature like portraits all night throughout the wedding. Like guests can go up, they'll do as many as they wanted. That stuff's kind of cool. I like gimmicky shit like that. Because it's only stuff like that can only pull, let's say the painting one. Mm-hmm. If it's a caricature of two people, it can only pull two people away at a time.
Yeah.
And they have like 30 minutes at this thing. Everyone else can ask to be on the dance floor. It kind of works, stuff like that. Maybe the cigar roller is kind of against the dance floor because then they'll be outside smoking the cigars. But if it's stuff that's in the room,
yeah,
that's all great.
Yeah. I have 3. I used to always say, and I still will say, if you don't have a videographer, book a videographer.
Right. Obviously,
there's no videographers that'll do it for $500. If they do, like, there's a reason they're doing it for $500. But yeah, if you have extra money in your budget, find a way to afford a videographer. You're gonna want those memories, want that footage. You know, hire wisely, but still book a videographer if you have extra money.
Definitely.
The other thing is a limo or a bus.
Fun. Something that's a good call.
Something to where nobody in your bridal party or your family or whatever has to drive. Like the transportation's taken care of if you can afford that.
That goes to the top of my list. Because when people have to drive at the end of a wedding,
that's it.
People have to sober up like a lot before they have to leave. Or the best parties are like ones at like Sandy Pines when they rent out
the cottages,
and they just get hammered and we end at midnight and they just like walk over.
Or there's a shuttle that's taking people to the hotel, or the hotel is on site as part of the venue.
Yeah, but there's a shuttle is a good one.
Yes, a shuttle, transportation for your guests if you have the budget. That's a huge one where you should spend it. And the last one I'd say, honestly, if you've got extra money, spend it on floral. Like I've seen them do, if you have the money, they can make it look just breathtakingly different, your venue and your space, than you would see otherwise. And it's worth every penny. It's one of those things that like I didn't always used to be on that team, but now that I've been talking to some florists, I'm like, yes. And I've seen what can happen at weddings, and people have a big budget for floral. It's always the most beautiful what I've ever seen in your life.
It smells beautiful.
Oh my gosh. It's incredible. So
some of the, I agree.
Yeah. Those are the basic ones I would say. Of course,
a good one.
You know, if the sky's the limit, then book everything. But like, if you have a little extra money, those are the 3 I would say. Yeah. The last one is the final wedding boss. Like you play a lot of video games, and the final boss, is like usually the most skilled, the hardest thing.
Yeah.
What's the final boss of like wedding logistics, like during wedding season? For me, it'd be like 2 things. An outdoor ceremony in July is like 90, 100 plus, and there's no shade.
No shade.
That's an outdoor boss. It's going to melt my equipment. I can't set up too early.
And it's a triple. And it's
like it's your third. It's on a
Friday,
Sunday,
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, it's the Sunday, and it's noon, and the sun is just right overhead baking me, and I'm here for another 11 hours.
Yes,
I am already set up, and I'm still here for another 11 hours.
Final boss,
and I'm just beat. That's the boss.
1000%. Or like crazy logistical, like it is like, it's going to be ceremony here, cocktail here, dinner here, then go back to ceremony for dancing or whatever, and like we can't really set up until like the last second, or we can't even be near where the speakers are going to be. Like it's just a very logistically tough thing. Or there's a huge gap in the timeline. That was like, ugh.
Right.
Other final boss logistical.
No. Literally, no, actually, logistical. Yeah, not to throw shade, but like there are some venues that we work at. It's just like there's no fucking help for vendors. It's like you park here, and the space is you have to roll all of your stuff past 3 other spaces. All the way to this back room, but then cocktails in this room and ceremonies up here, up some stairs.
It's gravel. It's gravel. It's not concrete. You're going to be pushing your
it's like you're lucky this
cart
place
in
is
mud.
5 minutes away from my fucking house, or I'd never be here. But like, there's some reasons that I like settle for places like that. That being one of them. But oh my God, some layouts and just they're so bad.
Yeah, the load in is
and it's like it's the hardest thing I do all day.
Yeah.
Is the load in and load out. Like there are some weddings that I do, and that is the hardest thing I do all day.
It's gonna be an easy wedding once I get set up.
Easy wedding, and that should never. I just feel like that should never be the case.
There's DJs who won't do it. Like I don't work at that venue because I don't want to do that load in.
I understand.
You know,
I do understand that.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn down work, but I do get it.
we have that sometimes too. It's rare where like just the venue staff is just so rude and disrespectful and controlling, and
Right.
just weird and awkward to work with. Where I'm just like, I'm good. We
Maybe I don't want to go, or maybe it was me. Like maybe I just
Yeah.
didn't mesh with them well. Like
Sure.
maybe if they book us again next year, like maybe I send someone else on the team. Maybe it was just me. Like I just
Sure.
didn't feel like it was
Yeah, but generally,
Right.
if you work place enough, you do get a good sense
get a
of
good sense of right.
that. No, they don't really want us here. They don't really appreciate us. They're not treating us with any kind of dignity or respect.
Yeah.
And it's literally affecting the outcome of the work because it's harder to work with these people, and it's like pulling teeth to get them to do anything. I've had venue owners yell at me because I asked for a table back when we had needed tables, and I'm like, the client said they'd pay for it in our contract. Like
Yeah.
they should have told you this, but like,
We used every single table. You can't have
why
a
do
table.
why do I have to provide table? I was like, because you're the venue, you have the tables, and they're renting tables from you. You can charge them for a table.
charge them for a table?
Yeah, I
I
don't-
don't know what to tell you.
I don't-
Include it in our thing.
just yelling at me, and then he just like pointed to the table, and I had to go drag it out, set it up myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I mean, I was fine. I'm not afraid of hard work.
Yeah.
Same with like, and there was like no linen, nothing. You know, it's like, okay, it's gonna be what it is.
Those chords. Here
So-
we go.
That's all I have.
I think that's it for me too today.
Yeah, thanks for chatting, man.
Of course.
Guys, thanks for listening.
See you at your wedding.